Okay, let's talk about the CRF250F for a little bit. I've had it for, let's see, I think I got it in October, so going on 3 months now, and haven't done a whole lot of riding. I've done enough to get a feel for the bike, I think, and just want to talk about it a little bit now that I have had the opportunity to put some time on it and just give you my thoughts from what I would consider myself to be a novice dirt bike rider. I am still what I would consider new to the dirt bike game, and so these are just going to be kind of things that I've noticed about the bike. Maybe some pros, maybe some cons. This isn't a what 5 things I like about the bike and what 5 things I dislike. It's not like that. We're just going to talk about it and just kind of give you my perspective and my experience with the bike thus far. So I think one thing a lot of people want to know off the bat is the power. Is it going to be adequate enough? And I'm about 225, 226 right in there, and this bike pulls me just fine. For me starting, like I said, as a a novice to the sport of dirt bikes, I can't imagine needing any more power at this point in time. And I honestly, I don't see this bike as ever being the type of bike that you're going to grow out of. Now, may you want something faster and something a little more peppy? Well, yeah, I think that's something that you may want, but does that mean that this bike is something that you're going to grow out of? No. I could see myself, if I had this bike 10 years from now, I could see myself still getting out, riding this bike and enjoying it, because it is an absolutely wonderful dirt bike for trail riding. And that was the intent of the bike. Something you can get out on the trails. I've been through the trails today. I didn't bring my GoPro, so I couldn't actually film myself riding. But I've just been putzing through these trails, first, second gear most of the time, just enjoying the ride. And so I don't see it as something that you are going to grow out of. It's always going to be a machine, a usable machine. So the seat, stock seat, it's pretty good. And trust me, I lack in the department of comfort when it comes to the back side of the body. So I need as much comfort as I can. And is it great? It's probably not. Obviously, it's not as great as an aftermarket seat, but it's good. It's comfortable. Let's see. Stock tires, they're pretty good. They work decent. I say decent. I shouldn't say that. I don't have any problems with them. Let's see. Fuel injection is absolutely amazing. If you've not ridden a bike with fuel injection, anything with us an ATV, forget the carburetors, just go with the fuel injection. You will not regret it. Push button start, it works great. Does not have the backup Kickstarter on this one. It's all electric, so it does have the battery. So that's all good. Let's see, clutch, how's the clutch feel? Clutch feels good. It's very forgiving. This bike is a very forgiving bike. You're not going to whiskey throttle this. You're not going to get in trouble. I suppose you could get in trouble with anything, but it's a very forgiving bike. The brakes, great brakes. Disc brakes on front and back. They work really good. Exhaust, nice and quiet. If you like quiet, leave it alone and you won't be disappointed. But if you want a little bit more noise, you can throw an aftermarket on there. I've heard they sound pretty decent. Pretty good sounding bikes. Let's see. Suspension is very soft. It's not something, especially for a guy my size, I'm not going to be taking this off jumps, because you will bottom it out. I guess if there was one thing that maybe if I were going to change something on the bike, I might put some stiffer springs in the front, get a stiffer shock for the rear. But honestly, the way it's set up right now, even at my current weight, 225, 226, it's very comfortable to ride. I did put some handlebar risers on it just to because I like that feel of the bars being a little higher. Let's see, other than that, man, I don't know. Like I said, I'm still new to the sport. I'm still figuring it out myself. But it's a great bike. I think it looks good too. I think it's got a great look to it. I suppose, you know, if Honda were to ask me, what's one thing we should do different on this bike? I would probably give it a little bit higher stance. I'd probably raise that seat height up. I think right now, I may be mistaken, but I think it's 34.8. I think that's what the seat height is from factory. And so, you know, for me, I'm 6 feet tall. I can flat foot the bike. But, you know, that may not be that big a deal to other people. It may not matter, especially if you're, you know, shorter. It'd be good for you. But for 6 feet and taller, if you're looking at this bike, a little taller seat height wouldn't be bad. But is it a deal breaker? Absolutely not. I mean, for the money, I got this one actually used. It's a 2020. Fella bought it back at the beginning of the summer in 2020, and then he put it up for sale. And so I bought it, obviously still mint condition, and I think I gave $42.50 for it. And out the door to dealership, you're looking at probably a little over $5 by the time, because I think they retail for $46 by the time you go through all their silly fees and putting the bike together fee and all those docking fees, all that silliness, and the taxes. You're gonna, you know, be close to $5,000 on a brand spanking new one. But I figured, being a 2020, looks great, and I figured I couldn't go wrong. And I'm extremely happy with the bike. So glad I made this purchase. I see myself, like I said, riding this for a long time, because like I said, I believe it's something that if you're like me, and I'm 38, about to be 39 years old, I'm not looking to do racing, I'm not looking to do jumping, I'm not looking to do enduro. I'm just looking for something that's going to be dependable and reliable, and it's going to be comfortable to ride, and it's going to be fun just to get out on the trails. And this is the bike. If that's what you're looking for, you will not be disappointed with the CRF250F. Hopefully, if you're looking at this bike, maybe I've said something that'll help you. Leave a comment below. Let me know if you own the bike, what you think of it. If you have any questions, feel free to comment and ask questions. I'll try to answer the best I can. Thanks for watching.